Welcome to the Septimius Awards.
Well, it's nice to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. So you're here because of the movie Warning.
I guess I am.
Could you tell us more about the movie?
I couldn't. They just tell me what to do and I act and the thing. I remember floating in space. So I am an astronaut floating in space and waiting for the world to end. In Warning. I think it's sort of a sci-fi type of thing. We shot it in Poland. We had a great Polish crew in Warsaw. We shot the film in Warsaw. We had a wonderful Polish crew, and I was very well taken care of. But I spent my days suspended in a spacesuit on a soundstage, supposed to be floating in space. That's all I know.
So what was that like for you? It sounds very interesting to be in a spacesuit for the duration of the movie.
Well, let me tell you, you better figure out how to go to the bathroom early in the day so that you don't have to take a leak around lunchtime, because they ain't letting you out of that spacesuit.
Wow. It sounds... And I was going to ask you what stood out to the role, but I suppose that's one of the things that stood out to you about playing this part.
Yeah. Learning when, not to drink too much water, and how to arrange your days so that you're not going to have to really have to pee when you're suspended 20 feet in the air in a spacesuit on a soundstage. That was a big deal.
And how did you prepare for this role?
By not drinking a lot of water.
That's about
Yep.
the most important part. Then I would like to ask you some questions about yourself. What sparked your interest to become an actor?
Oh, an actor, gosh. Man, that's a good question. I think it's something that hits you. I was in high school and I was working as a carpenter. Do you know a carpenter?
Yes, sir.
We were building the sets, we were painting, we were putting up the wallpaper, we were hanging the lights for the theater in our high school. Every high school in America has a theater. And all the kids get together and they participate in how to build the sets, construct the lighting, make a play. But my job was to build the sets as a carpenter, and I was always making jokes and laughing and practical jokes and cutting up, and my friend said, you should audition for the play that we're building the set for, because that would be funny, and then we could create some practical jokes where we would make the set collapse in the middle of the play. And I said, oh, that's a great idea. So I did. And I got a part in the play. And as we were going on, we were discussing how we were going to destroy the play halfway through the production on opening night. But as I was rehearsing for the part that I had been cast in, I said, fellas, I don't want to do that anymore. I think we're going to do this play. I want to, and I fell in love with the part, and which was a very, we were doing a vaudeville show. Our show was a series of vaudeville skits that we had a very good teacher, Mr. Brodsky. And Mr. Brodsky was a very good drama teacher, and he asked us to revive some different vaudeville, very famous vaudeville sketches, and that's how I fell in love with theater, storytelling, play production, every aspect of putting on a play.
That started early on.
I was 14, I think. Yeah.
Wow. And I looked in a little bit about who you are and what you've done, and you've been in so many films and shows and you name it. You have such a variety in your career. Are there any roles or characters that you've kept close to heart or would like to revisit again?
No, I like, we play our part and then we move on and we play a new one. I think that's why actors don't stay married for very long. We play our part and then we move on.
Oh, wow. And now that you mentioned that, based on your experience, what advice would you give aspiring actors and actresses?
Right. Actors and actresses. Well, assuming that they're real actors and real actresses, and by the way, there is no distinction between actor and actress. You are not an actress. You're an actor. Actor. That is not a male or female denomination. You are an actor, whether you're a female or a male. You are an actor. You act. You are the one who performs. That does not have a sexual denomination, in my opinion. And I believe that's true. Why? Because we are all humans. We are all experiencing this thing called life. We all want to tell our story, or a story that we believe in. So, yes, it's convenient to say, well, this actress portrayed this part, but it's not really true. We're all actors. We can do anything. An actor can be a black person, a brown person, a female, a male. We can be anything we want. We can be a cat. Huh? We can be a lion. We can be a dragon. Any goddamn thing you want, that's what we can be.
Well, thank you for that.
So, if you ask me if there's any advice, believe me, if you want to be an actor, you don't need any advice.
Okay. I would like to ask you about someone who you really admire. Is there a person?
There's very many people that I admire. I admire Jean Reno. I admire Henry Bresson. I admire my gardener, who has been my gardener for 20 years. His hands are rough. His smile is always big. And he supports his family by cultivating the gardens around our neighborhood, mine included. And I admire that man. His name is Tomas. He's Mexican, as far as I know. He's from Mexico, because I live in Los Angeles. But I believe he's Mexican. And he's of a generous spirit and a hardworking attitude. And he's an immigrant. And I admire him because he's been my gardener for 20 years. And
that sounds beautiful.
He knows his way around. And I always enjoy interacting with Tomas. He's a good man. You know, I've recently bought a small farmhouse in France, and there are, I would think, about 100 different species of flowers, bushes, trees, fruit trees, plants, all cultivated by other people on this land. And I realize how beautiful taking care of the land can be for a human being, and how essential, because That's where we all come from, right?
I believe so. What's the best advice you've ever heard or has been given to you? Would you like to share that?
Oh my God. Now you're asking me what the best advice that I've had or that's been given to me? I had the good fortune to take an acting class with Marlon Brando in Los Angeles in the late 1990s. I studied acting with Marlon Brando. For my mind, there's no one better. Brando said, the key to acting is relaxation. If you're relaxed, you can act. How do you know you're relaxed? Someone asked. Brando said, if you can feel your asshole, you're relaxed. The best acting advice I've ever gotten.
Okay, thank you for sharing.
You asked.
I did, and I'm glad you answered so truthfully. What's something that has made you smile recently? Like
Smell?
smile. Yes.
Smell or smile? Because
Smile.
everything makes me smell.
And no, the laughing kind. Smile.
Well, you're making me smile. That's nice.
Oh, thank you. And is there something new you would like to try sometime soon?
Well, I've always wanted to kind of hang glide or something like that, but I got a bum knee now. I gotta figure out the knee situation. Once I do that, then I feel like I can do some other things. But come on, what's new? Everything's new. Walking down the street in Amsterdam is new for me, and that's important, especially for an actor. We must always seek new experiences.